How's it going, everyone? This is Cloud Chief, and in today's video, finishing up CoP missions. So now that you finished 8-2 from the last video, you should now be able to enter the garden. So once you've gone and clicked on the Gate of the Gods and gotten the cutscene, you should be in the garden. At this point, you need to go ahead and climb one of the towers to retrieve your light. Now, what tower you need to climb comes down to what race that you are. The North Tower is the Hume. One to the east is Elven. The one to the southeast is Golka. The one to the southwest is Taru. And the one to the west is Mithra. So you need to now go ahead and climb whatever tower that is associated with the race with your character all the way up to the 4th floor of said tower. So if you look at the map on the 1st floor, you'll see 5 points almost like a star, and you need to head to whatever direction I said for your race and start climbing the tower. If you look closely on the map, each tower is basically like a square with 2 little offshoots. Those offshoots are the elevators that are going to take you to the next floor. On the 1st floor, there's of course only one. So only one side of the spot that's sticking out around the box is going to take you up. The other side is basically a dead end. So you go to whatever side your race is, and then you just start taking the floors up until you get to the 4th floor. On the 4th floor, you should find an Ebon panel. Go ahead and check it, and you should get a cutscene and then a new title. Check it again after you're done getting the cutscene, and you should actually get the key item, the light, for your race. Next, we're going to go ahead and get the brands of Dawn and Twilight. To do this, you want to go back to the 1st floor of the garden. Once you're on the 1st floor, the end goal is to make your way to H9, which if you look on the map is the center of the stars where you need to go. However, you need to approach this coming from the north, as there's no other way currently for you to access this central area. So basically you want to go around to H8, and then you'll head south into a room where there will be 4 pots on the 2 side walls. These 4 pots in the room are literally sitting on switches, and they all 4 need to be on those switches for the door to stay open. If you aggro one of them and they come off the switch, they will immediately have the door shut because they're no longer on the switch. If you go ahead and kill them, you're then going to have to wait 5 minutes for them to respawn. I've personally never seen someone successfully get past these guys without aggroing, so that way you can advance in. Either people go in and kill them all and then wait the 5 minutes to respawn, or people go in, get past them, let the pots kill them, and then they have re-raise, they just get back up, and then they can enter the room since the door's open. At level cap, these are very easy. You can easily solo them. But again, if you kill them, you're going to have to wait the 5 minutes for them to pop before you can enter the room. Or you can just sack and then enter the room. So do whatever you think is best for your situation. Or try and get past them and record it, because I'd love to see a video of someone getting past these things without ever aggroing them. Now that you're in the room, go ahead and grab the home point, and then go ahead and step on the center platform, and then click Ascend to go ahead and go up to the 2nd floor. At this point, you need to navigate the floor until you get the brand of Dawn and Twilight. You can get the Dawn brand at the door located at H7, and you can get the Twilight brand at the door at H10. This floor can get pretty confusing because there are some like portals that you can step on that will literally teleport you to a different area of the floor, and you need to go ahead and navigate to those doors. So go ahead and follow the map on screen for how best to go ahead and get to these doors. Once you've gotten both Dawn and Twilight, you want to go ahead and make your way back to that center elevator room. So once you have your race's light, and then you have the brand of Twilight and Dawn, go ahead and go back to the elevator and take that up to the 3rd floor. And from here, it should just be a small way that leads you right to the BCNM. Go ahead and enter the BCNM, and you will be in a fight against more pots. So just go in this BCNM with 4 pots and kill them to go ahead and advance. If you are at level cap, this fight is relatively easy. However, be aware, when a pot gets low on HP, it's very likely to go back to its spawn point. And if it does that, it's going to regenerate to full HP. So you want to make sure that you either kill it or do some kind of crowd control on it before it can make its way back to the point, so it's not getting full HP. Just defeat all 4 pots. You are now done 8-3. So now that you've taken out the pots and finished the Beat CNM and you've completed 8-3, it's time to go ahead and get ready for the last BCNM fight of COP. So whenever you're ready, you're going to want to go ahead and make your way outside of the palace, and you should get a cutscene. Then go ahead and zone back into the garden, and once you're back into the garden, you can go ahead and just run straight forward if you're running in from C, past the palace into the garden, and then just keep running straight. Now that you have all the brands, you can actually open that front door and get into where the elevator was from the south rather than having to go around the north side with the pots. So go ahead and hop on the platform, but this time you want to actually descend. So you want to go to the bottom level, so essentially the basement, and this will zone you into a new zone. From here, just run off the elevator platform ahead, and you will eventually find the area where you can go ahead and initiate the BCNM fight. Click on that, and you should get a small cutscene, and then go ahead and click it again to kick off Dawn, the final BCNM fight for COP missions. And as long as you're level 99, you should have a relatively easy time with this position. You will be assisted by Krish and Sethius. Be aware though, if Sethius somehow dies, you will lose the BCNM, so just make sure he doesn't die. Krish doesn't matter what happens to her. There are 2 rounds or 2 waves to this fight, so go ahead and defeat Promathia the 2 times in the fight, and then congratulations, you've completed COP. But sadly, before you can get your COP ring, there are quite a few cutscenes you need to get, and you need to wait until the next real-life day, so you need to wait for the server reset to change before you can start kicking off all these next cutscenes. Once you've completed Dawn and then waited until the next server reset, then you need to start going around and getting cutscenes. There is no particular order that you really need to do these in, so you can do these in any order that you want. To wrap up the story with Lorvins, you need to go ahead and make your way to South Sandy and go to B6 and talk to Henry. After that, you want to make your way up to Yuligan Range, zone in there, and you'll get a cutscene. After that, just go ahead and make your way back to South Sandy and make your way towards the manor at B6, and you will get a cutscene, and that will wrap everything up with Lorvins. As for the Tarus and wrapping up their line, you want to make your way to Port Windurst and go to the Fishing Guild at C8 and talk to Chimpy Pompey. So we need to make our way out to Porgonago Isle, and you want to go talk to the !? War Machine at H11, and that will wrap up the Taru's storyline. To wrap up the storyline with Jabos, just go ahead and zone into Olton Movanopolis, and that will get you a cutscene and wrap that up there. To wrap things up with the Mithra Hunters, just go ahead and zone into Mara, and you will get a cutscene, and that'll wrap that up with them. And then for Tenzin, go ahead and go to Metalworks and talk to Sid, and then that'll wrap up everything with those characters at that point. So once you've completed all those other cutscenes for all those other 5 groups of characters, you then want to go ahead and make your way to Rualud Gardens and then approach the palace, and you will get a cutscene. After that, go ahead and head to Upper Juno and go ahead and click on the door to the Marble Bridge, and you will get another cutscene. Click on the Marble Bridge door again, and now you will finally be able to pick which COP ring you actually want. After you've picked out your ring, you then want to go ahead and make your way to Tavnasian Safehold and go ahead and check the walnut door that's at K7. After that, you want to make your way out to Lufius Meadows, make your way to J6, where the Blue Blade Falls is, and you will actually get a cutscene that closes out COP missions. There is Apocalypse Nigh, which kind of ties in COP and Zilart, but we'll be going over Apocalypse Nigh and all that entails in the next video. But big congratulations are in order for completing CoP. This is a pretty long storyline, and it was a lot to do, but you also gain access to a lot of things like C and stuff. So congratulations, because this is a big accomplishment in you going through and completing 11. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel, and may you have success in all you do.